Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, and today we are at the shooting club located at Upvan Lake in Thane. So international sports for all, air pistol and air rifle shooting training center conducted by Mr. Abhijit Purao. Mr. Arun Rana is an air pistol shooter, and today we are in conversation with Arun Rana, and let's try to understand about his shooting club. So Mr. Rana, would you like to emphasize more about your shooting club?
Our shooting club's name is 10X Shooting India.
Okay.
It's located in Thane near Upvan Lake.
Okay.
And we train students for competitions in air rifle and air pistol category.
Why this particular name 10X? How did it originate?
So in shooting, the perfect center is called 10X or 10.9. So from that, the name came.
That the name originated.
Yeah.
Perfect. And exactly when we say air pistol, what kind of pistol are we using here?
Basically, an air pistol is a normal pistol, but the only difference is that it works on compressed air, high pressure compressed air, instead of the old, spring-loaded pistol.
And what kind of PSI is there in the chamber?
So it's very high pressure, around 150 to 200 bars. That is around 3000 psi.
3000 psi. And this pistol that you are using, is it Indian or imported?
So we have both. In our club we have made in India pistols also and imported both.
And what caliber pellet are you using here?
We use .177.
For air rifle and pistol, both 1.77.
In air category, we only use 1.177 across all national and international competitions. It's the same category.
Okay, you said you have been a national level shooter. So exactly which competition did you win?
So I played in the last year national championship.
Where was it held?
It was in Delhi.
Delhi, okay.
And I'll be going for the national team trials next month.
Okay.
That is also in Delhi and one.
Okay, in that competition that you won in Delhi, which place did you win?
So actually I didn't win first of all, it's ranking. So you play in the competition, you get a ranking, and then you can play in the high rank.
Okay. So here at 10X, are you here as a coach or as a student?
So I joined as a student, and now
You train also?
I train.
So approximately how many students you have at the present?
Club members, we have around more than 50 club members right now.
Okay.
And new students come in every week.
Okay. And can you tell me what is the charges?
So we have a basic course first that you have to do. It's a 6-day course. So that is 5,000 rupees.
Okay.
And after that, once you start monthly training, kids and traders, it's 1,800 rupees.
1,800. Okay. And this is a how many hour session?
So for the basic course, it's 1 hour session each day for 6 days, and after that you can come according to your convenience and preference.
So what are the timings from morning, evening? What are the timings?
We start around 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And then we are open till 8:30 in the evening.
Evening. So this is 7 days a week?
6 days a week. Thursdays we are.
Thursdays we are off. Okay, so that's a good thing. Any age limit here?
We start from 9 years.
9 years up to? There
There's
is no
no
upper age limit. Okay, so is it mandatory that a person before joining should get a medical certificate to make sure that he is fit or she is fit?
No, not really. As long as you're healthy, it's fine.
So if a person is wearing high number specs also, it's okay for that person to join?
No, yeah, it's okay. I mean, specs don't matter.
Because
As
it
long
should
as
be-
you can see till here, it's okay.
So what is the distance between the gun and the target?
So what we have here is 10 meters. So it's 10 meters air pistol, air rifle range.
Okay. So right now you said you have been to national level. What about the international level? What are the chances that a person who has trained here at this club will reach international level?
See, it all depends on the practice, and basically it's like the better you get with time, the better your chances. So it's a very individual sport. So the better you perform, the better your chances are.
Okay. Mr. Arun, can you please emphasize on this part that why should a kid, maybe a 9-year-old or 10-year-old, instead of taking football or cricket or kabaddi or basketball, why should he go for shooting?
See, I cannot exactly say why, but I can only talk about why I shoot, because for me, shooting has been like a really important part of my life, because I don't know, I really feel like once you shoot, once you are on the platform, once you are shooting, then you can be like totally free and you forget everything else, and you know, you are totally yourself in some way. So it gives you that sense of freedom while you are shooting.
So how does a person really feel when he's holding the air pistol in his hand?
I've seen different people have different feelings, but mostly it's a mix of excitement and, you know, the thing of, you know, shooting with a gun. So it's mostly excitement and happiness, I think.
So the years that you have been trained, what do you think people feel? It is more comfortable shooting with an air pistol or more comfortable shooting with an air rifle?
For me, both are comfortable, but then at the end of the day, it depends on what you are more interested in. The basics of shooting will remain same in both. The only thing is your stance and everything will change, so your way of practicing will change.
But let's say in air rifle that you are using, here you have to use lot of pressure to cock the chamber. Whereas in air pistol you use pneumatic pressure. Here also you use pneumatic pressure, but here spring loaded. This is spring loaded, that is pure air pressure. So people must be facing difficulty while cocking the air rifle.
But that is, yeah, so we have two types of air rifles. That what you're talking about is that spring loaded air rifle. But for competitions we have something called as the peak sight rifle, which is same as the pistol. You have a air cylinder, you don't have to cock, it works on pneumatic air.
Okay.
So you don't have to cock that.
So as you are saying approximately 50 students you have, out of that how many are into air pistol and how many are into air rifle?
So I would say that 70% are pistol shooters and 30% are.
So when you say air pistol, so like you have to use your hand this way. So isn't it necessary that your hand should be absolutely stable? Because most of the time your hands start shaking and vibrating. So under such circumstances it becomes very difficult to fire. So what does a person need to do in order to ensure that the hand is stable?
See, that is the initial training basically. Once you start training, the first thing that we focus on is your steadiness, because until and unless your hand is steady, you can't talk about anything else. So that is one of the very basics that we start with.
Okay. So what exactly do you make that person do in order to ensure that his hand is stable?
So it's a lot of standing and holding.
Exercises there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that your shoulder muscles are, developed and it becomes steady with time automatically.
And this establishment has been here for how long?
So we started pre-COVID, and then with COVID we had to face. After that we have been continuing.
So friends, with me is Mr. Abhijit Purao. He is the person who started this shooting club. So Mr. Abhijit Purao, kindly give a small introduction to my viewers.
Well, I have been a national champion in '87. So since then, there was passion to start this shooting club and to train people. So from '87 till maybe around 2011, around 2017.
Okay.
So I was abroad. I was 20 years in Middle East, but there was still fire in my belly to do something for children. So when I came back and settled down, I was lucky to have this place because it's a beautiful surrounding and it's more like a sports complex. You can see a lot of other sports happening here. And then I started this shooting club, 10x shooting.
Okay. So this is an approved shooting club, you can say?
It's under process because we come under Thane district.
Okay.
So the district association is still under formation. So as soon as that is formed, then we will get
Perfect. So when you started, this was in year 2007 or 2008?
No, we just started before COVID.
Okay.
It is 19.
Okay, 2019 you started. And when you started, the first thing was air pistol you focused on or air rifle you focused on?
Well, during my time, I had the privilege to do both.
Okay.
Rifle as well as pistol. But now you can just have one discipline. So for me, I had hands-on experience with both air rifle and pistol. So air pistol advantage is that you don't have to have that gear. You don't have to have the jacket, trousers, shoes, which are very, very important for the rifle shooting.
And
Air pistol, you just come with your normal clothing and you can shoot.
now in your rifle club or maybe I don't know all across, they use .177 pellet.
Correct.
But why is .22 not taken into consideration?
Well, .22 is under review. .22 will soon come under firearm restrictions. So people who will have a .22 air rifle, they will have to have a license once this law comes in action.
Okay, so as of today, to own an air gun or air rifle, air pistol, you really don't need a license.
Yeah, to .177 you don't need a license. You can
Doesn't
just-
matter what the pressure is or what the force is.
Yeah, it should be lower than 20 joules.
So if a person wants to own an air rifle or air gun above 20 joules, so he needs to go through the police commissioner's office to get the license.
Normally that's the procedure, but no one sells more than 20. So the manufacturers in India, they know that these are the restrictions that they have to follow. So normally they do it, the rifle will get lower than 20.
Okay. So during summer vacation when the schools are shut, do you come up with some new schemes for students who are sitting home?
Yeah, well, we did come, but unfortunately for past 2 years it was cold, so it didn't happen. But this year we are hopeful that it should get close.
Within a couple of months the summer vacation is going to start. So I really hope that you come up with some new scheme, because these kids, when they sit home, they watch TV. Instead of sitting home and watching TV and becoming a couch potato, it is better they come here and learn some pistol shooting, air rifle shooting. That will really build up their career in future. They might become a national level shooter, international level shooter. Anything is possible. But please ensure that during vacation your kids are not sitting home. We are doing some kind of other activity. So viewers, thanks for watching my channel. Please like, share and subscribe.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you.